Welcome to the GOZA podcast, where we talk about all things rock and roll. Today we're going to be continuing our series of the greatest moments in rock and roll history. So what are we looking at today?
We're going to be looking at the late, great Jimi Hendrix's rendition of the Star Spangeld Banner, Woodstock 1969.
This one's got to be top favorites for sure.
Now, not only is it groundbreaking for the world of rock and roll and guitar in particular, but also it's a reflection of the times that were going on, the Vietnam War, the culture clashes that were going on between the prior generation and the generation at that time, you know, the anti-war movement, and, you know, distorted guitars of that time were like, a lot of people couldn't even stand listening to that music. It's like, you know what I mean? Turn that off. So let's get right into this, shall we?
Yes.
Here we go.
This never gets old.
Many of the people had left by that time.
gosh.
So many times I wanted to stop. So many times I wanted to stop the video and talk, but it was just sacrilege, and I wanted to speak over the video, but I just couldn't, because
right.
It's like literally the Star Spangled Banner, right? It's like the anthem of the United States, so it's like you don't talk during that, you have to respect it, and at the time, this was controversial. We have to remember, now it's like that doesn't seem controversial at all, and now people play it on guitar at, frickin' baseball stadiums and try and do their best to do it crazy in their own style. But this was like unheard of at that time.
Right.
And it just showcases how brilliant of a guitar player, how unorthodox he was, how creative he was.
How do you think of that?
It's being connected to that ether, you know what I mean? You could tell he's searching for those notes. That's not, he didn't plan it out. No, you can't with that feedback.
Real time.
Right. And the way he uses his pedals, the way he uses that feedback, the Marshall amps, the Stratocaster, this is the quintessential Jimi Hendrix.
Gosh. It was like, it's terrifying and beautiful at the same time.
Yeah, and it exemplifies war and exemplifies America. America isn't a government. America is a nation of people, And so what he's doing there, he's kind of like, it's like, we're proud to be Americans. We're not always proud of what America has done, and we get to separate ourselves from that. Like as a black man, he gets to play the Star Spangled Banner and he gets to rip it apart, like this is my country. And it's just, it exemplifies everything that was going on in those times.
Gosh. It never gets old.
I think the cameraman didn't know that he was filming history because at the first he's like all on his face, and it's like, I wish, we could have had a better, like a little bit, the camera was out a little bit more so we could see his whole body and his guitar and how, I want to see the emotions on his face and what he's doing on his fretboard. And so he's like, kind of like, the cameraman's like going back and forth,
Yeah, he's doing the best he can.
Right. And so
it was a long night.
Yeah, the story goes is that this is like 7 a.m. in the morning. He was supposed to go on the night before, and there's different tales as to why he went on at 7 a.m. in the morning. Some people say it's because he was waiting to get paid because other acts weren't getting paid. So he's like, you give me my money first and then I'm going to go on. And the other part of it is logistics. So like, every set gets pushed back a little bit more because of technical difficulties and sound. And okay, we got to reset the stage. And so it's probably a mixture of both.
More so, I would think the first one sounds more like it, more up the alley of music.
And Jimi Hendrix, knowing what he was known for,
right, who's going to push back Jimmy? Right,
and basically, we met one person, me and Ronnie met one person who was at this performance, right? Yeah. And by that time, many of the crowd had left because it got rainy, it got nasty. People probably already took their drugs and came down and felt like poop and wanted to go home.
Totally.
And so this was, Woodstock was a mess in a sense.
Imagine being there that morning, though. Like,
I mean, no, I can't. We only have this small example.
He opened with this song, right?
He opens with Star Spangled Banner. And this isn't the first time that he played that live, but this was the time that was captured. This was the moment, you know what I mean? And you can even hear the drummers start to play, the bass players start to play, and then they're just kind of back off. Like, oh, okay, Jimmy's not stopping. Jimmy's in it. Yeah, okay, we'll wait. And this was Band of Gypsies. This wasn't the Jimi Hendrix Experience. So Mitch Mitchell and Noel Redding had already left the band by that time.
Gosh. So he passed away soon after this.
Yeah. He passed away shortly next year after that. And
his face expression in the video, though, it was just, there's so much going on in his eyes.
Yeah.
There's so much sorrow and there's so much but he's just calm at the same time.
Exactly.
So, gosh.
And, this is why.
What a performance.
This is why he went down in history, And yeah, sure, guys can run circles around him technically. We got kids on Instagram who can, play 1 million notes per second, but they'll never be able to get inside of a note like Hendrix could. You know,
Right.
you're an artist. You're not an athlete. You know, musicians, we're not athletes. It's not about how many notes you can play per second. It's about, can you move someone? Can you know, get inside that note and put your soul and put your emotion through it. And so,
Well said.
thank you, Hendrix. And if you guys like this video, please take a second to subscribe, share it with someone you like, because that helps us grow the channel.
And if you've been at this concert, please drop it in the comments and tell us about your experience.
Yeah, we love the comments. Let us know, if there's another moment in rock and roll history that you want to see us cover, or even if you think the line across our face is silly, still put it in the comments. We love to see it. Check out the next video.